So can everybody see my screen? Should be able to see a PowerPoint slide. Oops. All right, so yes, awesome. So yeah, hopefully this webinar, I want to make it really interactive as much as possible, and that way you're going to be able to learn a lot of stuff. So I took a long time to prep for this webinar, so there's a lot of content in here. And the goal is by the end of this webinar, you'll have enough information to be dangerous and you'll be able to get rocking and rolling. All right, so this is the traffic hacks case study, and we're going to be talking about YouTube ads. So I know you came here expecting maybe one case study, but in reality, we decided to include 4 different case studies. So we're going to have several different case studies that are a combined effort between Simon Hodgkinson, Jeremy Gustafson, JP Schoeffel, and I. And there's a lot to cover, so let's just jump right in. So in the last year, we have tested YouTube ads like crazy and seen some amazing results. And best of all, we get to share that with you so you can have sort of a faster shortcut to success. So rather than just setting things up and wondering why it doesn't work, I want to go through things that we have encountered over the last year. And that way you can kind of learn from our failures. So as you saw on the landing page when you signed up yesterday or today, we were talking about 120,000 views, 8,000 clicks, 5-figure commissions from just 15 cents per click ad spent. And actually, sometimes we got anywhere from 10 cents to 15 cents per click. Now, the views and the clicks and everything like that, and even the impressions actually count towards helping you with other areas such as video SEO and stuff like that. So I'm actually going to dive into that and kind of open your eyes to how YouTube ad not just really can help get clicks, but it can help your ranking in other areas like SEO. So some of these are affiliate promos and some of these are product promos as well. So maybe as I'm going through here, if you can just go ahead and just jot down maybe what you're trying to promote, whether it's an affiliate product, whether it's your own product, just go ahead and jot that in the chat box as I go through. And that way I have an idea of what you're trying to promote and I can kind of gear that towards you. All right. So by the end of this webinar, our goal is for you to have, real strategies that you can apply to your business in the next 30 minutes. Plus, you'll have an opportunity to access some special bonuses at the very end. So I'm going to go ahead and look in the chat box here. So we got Amazon FBA, awesome. We got CPA, lead generation, we got CPA, Solar, Shopify, store and products, affiliate promos, great. You got own product, affiliate products, and affiliate stores, and affiliate products. Wow, okay, so we got a different array of not just promoting affiliate products, but products. And that's great because this case study, we've got different varieties of case studies which actually dive into a lot of affiliate marketing, product promotions, and all of that good stuff. So we're going to be able to cover both sides. And if you're doing Amazon, that's fine too. That's considered your own product as well. I know a little bit about FBA as well. So jumping straight in. So before we move on to the actual case studies, I want to ask you some questions. How many of you own a video creator software? So we'll start with something basic here. In the last year, we've promoted a lot of different video creation software tools like, Explaindio version 2, Video Titan, Video Motion Pro version 1 and 2, Easy Sketch Pro, or even Camtasia. So how many of you actually own a video creation software, and how many of you have actually made at least one video this year? So just go ahead and jot that in the chat box right now. So we got Easy Sketch Pro, great. We got Camtasia. We got a lot of people saying they got a couple of them. So Bill's got 3. Constance has 1 and 1. Jim's got Easy Sketch Pro. Bob's got Wondershare. Wow. Okay. So we got a different array. Mary's got Easy Sketch Pro. Alex, Bill. Wow. Okay. So we got a different array of. A lot of people have a lot of these tools. And the reason why I put that there was because we actually promoted a lot of these tools. And so now that you actually have the tools, we really want to help you, get traffic to the videos that you use these tools to make videos for. So we got some Camtasia, we've got other. Okay, good. So great. So how many of you have actually made a video and uploaded a video to YouTube this year? Or a video to Vimeo, to Wistia, or even Dailymotion? How many of you have actually done this year? At least one video, just to keep it simple. Okay, so we got Alex, got YouTube, got Mary's, she's got an uploaded video. We've got YouTube and Vimeo. We got some Wistia in there. We got some, even Amazon S3. Okay, good. Got YouTube, Joseph, YouTube. Awesome. Okay, Jeremy's got Vimeo, okay, so Vimeo, okay. All right, so that's good. If you've uploaded at least a video to YouTube or Vimeo or whatever, that's great. This case study is going to help you out. All right, so moving on here, how many of you have tried to get your videos ranked with video SEO, whether that be sharing that on Facebook or Twitter or Google, basically social backlinks, video embeds on Web 2.0 platforms, and how many of you have actually gotten results with that? I will raise my hand right now and I'll say that yes, I actually do a lot of video SEO. I do social backlinking, I do video embeds, and I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but YouTube has shown statistics where the more embeds that you get and more engagement that you get to your videos, the actual higher ranking that you actually will get to your videos itself. So just go ahead and jot that in the chat box here. How many of you have actually tried to do some form of video SEO? So go ahead and put that in the chat box. So we got no, okay, that's totally fine. We got yes, we got social sharing. Some people have done Twitter. Okay, some people have actually done Pinterest, and some people have done Instagram. Instagram's actually images. Okay, so that's fine too. But as far as embedding your video, okay, some no, that's totally fine. Okay, so where am I getting at with this? Okay, so social backlinks, awesome. Okay. The thing about video SEO, and me being a video SEO, fanatic, I love video SEO. I eat it up all the time. But the problem with video SEO is that it takes at least 2 to 3 months to get kind of sustainable positioning on page 1. I don't know how many of you have heard of this thing called Google Dance, but you can get your videos on page 1 initially, but then you start dancing between like page 50 and page 2 and page 4 and page 1. So if you want to get sustainable positioning, it takes at least 2 to 3 months. And it takes actually a lot of time to do. Now, I do it, but I can see from the actual results that some people have been struggling. Some people said that they are not doing it because it takes time, or they just don't know where to start. So with Google always changing their algorithm, that's something that we have found. So if you've been struggling with video SEO, listen up. YouTube ads has a secret effect on them. So actually, instead of doing video SEO, you can actually do YouTube ads, and it'll actually impact your video SEO, which is really, really cool. So it's kind of you kill two birds with one stone. So I'll be showing you some actual case studies and some actual results on that. That kind of reveals to you some ways around the system. All right. So obviously, which one do you think is the best as far as traffic source? The truth is that you need to have both SEO and paid traffic. They actually go hand in hand because some people, let's say for example, you're promoting an affiliate product. Some people will go to Google and they'll search for like product name review or product name bonus, or they'll go to YouTube as well. So they tend to go to either or. You rarely have people go to Yahoo. Your main sources will be Google and YouTube.com. Now, so you're going to need to have both. So this it's not really that video SEO is better or paid traffic is better. They're both important. Now with video SEO, you need to dominate the top 3 spaces in Google and on YouTube, but it's not instant. And from my testing, that's something that I found. And the reality is you don't have 2 months to rank a video. When it comes to kind of promoting affiliate products, which many of you have said you want to promote affiliate products, you just don't have time, especially if you're doing a contest. In that contest is only 1 week, right? So you don't have 2 to 3 months to do that. You got to have instant traffic in order to do that. So that's the reality, and I'm going to show you a different way around that. So we found through our testing of YouTube ads that it actually gives you a competitive edge in your video SEO ranking. So more on this later. So if you're kind of struggling with video SEO, there's actually a way around that, and I'm going to show you that, which is really, really cool. And I haven't seen anybody actually teach it in that light. So this is kind of a breakdown of what we're going to be discussing today. So I'm going to talk about, why YouTube ads, and then we'll talk about multi-uses of YouTube ads. Number 3, we'll talk about myths of YouTube ads. Is it too costly, for example? And number 4, we're going to talk about how YouTube ads helps your video SEO ranking. So for those of you who are struggling, who want to learn video SEO, YouTube ads actually helps video SEO. And I'm going to give you the exact details as to how that is the case and what our findings were in the last year. And then number 5, I'm going to talk about the types of YouTube ads. Number 6, we're going to talk about case study 1, 2, and 3. And those case studies have been done by JP Schoeffel. And the last case study number 4, is one that I ran with Jeremy and Simon. And I'm going to break it down all in detail. So it's worth the wait when you get to that point. And then I'm going to talk about how to find YouTube videos to display on, which obviously you're going to need to figure out how do you get your YouTube ads on certain YouTube videos, right? And the beauty of this is what we figured out is that most people, when they go on YouTube and they're content creators, let's say, for example, dog training or painting, their end goal is to make money from YouTube. But that's great for you because you can piggyback on their videos and really get in front of their fans that they have built, which is cool, right? So number 9 is advanced strategies, and 10 special bonuses, and 11 is Q&A. So does everyone get what we've done so far here as far as trying to get a grasp at video SEO can actually be impacted positively with YouTube ads? Does that make sense? Can I get a yes or no? Okay, so Bob's got yes, Susie's got yes, Jeremy's got yes, Cassandra's got yes. Okay, awesome. Okay, Latoya's got yes. Awesome. Donta's got yes. Awesome. Hassan, let's see, Jorge. Okay, awesome. Okay. Sweet. All right, so moving on here, why are YouTube ads powerful? So from our testing and our results, what we found over the years is that the return on investment is actually high. The cost for clicks are actually low, which is unheard of when it comes to paid traffic. So as you know, with Facebook, it requires a lot of number crunching, statistical and analysis of the calculations on all that. With YouTube, it's actually a lot easier. Like I'm not a big fan of big number crunching and stuff like that. Just want to get a campaign set up quick and just get it up and running because that's kind of how video SEO is. So I'm more used to that. So what we found is that YouTube ads is just really easy to get set up and fast, but you have to do it a certain way, which I'll actually talk about in the case studies itself. So wait till the actual case studies and I'll reveal all that to you. All right, so you can actually place your YouTube ad right in front of the competition who are already getting traffic. So you got a guy over here or a gal, and they're working hard to build a YouTube channel about maybe say dog grooming. And maybe you have like an affiliate product or even a product related to dog grooming or, a video creation software you want to promote as an affiliate, and you go find somebody who has a channel on video creation, and you just piggyback right on top of them. I mean, this is really unheard of. The only way you can normally do this is like with pay-per-view pop-ups, right? That's kind of the similar concept. But with YouTube ads, it's just so much more powerful because it's video. And as video sales letters, videos tend to convert higher than just text, right? So that's what we found over the years. Now, our tests were that we found on average, we got about 10 cents to 15 cents per click and, at least 1,000 views for those campaigns. Now, even though you do not get clicks, like let's say out of 1,000 views, you only get like 500 clicks, even though you may have missed out on the other 500, it doesn't mean it's lost, which normally, typically with like something like Facebook or something else, like a different platform, if you don't get clicks, you're not going to get clicks, right? But with YouTube, this actually counts towards your overall ranking. So the more, as you know, the more views you get, the better your YouTube video is going to be. Now, you can't just go to like Fiverr and buy 10,000 views. It doesn't work that way. So with YouTube, it's kind of a way around the back door in a way, and I'll show you that in just a minute. So I want to talk about the different ways to use YouTube ads. Excuse me. So we talked about, building your list, promote your products, promote your clients' products, and this is really actually good for local marketing. And you can promote affiliate promos and affiliate bonuses like a lot of you have noted that you're doing. And you can actually get more YouTube channel subscribers by easily grabbing your competitors' subscribers. So what I'm going to show you today is not the YouTube ads that are annoying. You watch a YouTube ad and it has some car commercial and it has nothing to do with the video. Those are often annoying and they're just for branding awareness. What we're trying to do is we're trying to find targeted YouTube videos that are related to your affiliate promo and to your products. And by doing that, when somebody sees your ad, they're more likely to click through because it's related to what they're searching for, right? Except you're not paying, 50 cents or even $1 per click like Google AdWords. So the big myth is it too costly? I'd rather do video SEO because I save money, for example. So I hear that complaint a lot. And that I do video SEO too, so I'm not complaining, but it's not really too costly because the truth is that you end up spending more money on video SEO over time, especially on tools. Because like me, when I do video SEO, you have to buy stuff like Moz, Majestic, and you're paying like $50 for each tool. You got like 10 different tools. So in reality, this is kind of a backdoor approach. We're doing YouTube ads to combat and get video SEO results at the same time. So I'm not saying don't do video SEO. I'm saying definitely do video SEO, but I'm showing you a backdoor around it. And I'm going to show you in just a minute how YouTube ads, you want to do that first, and then you want to do video SEO later. Now, obviously, you want to optimize the YouTube video, like the title, description, all that, but we'll talk about that in just a minute. All right. So how many of you want to learn how to fast track your video SEO by using YouTube ads? Just jot that down so I know that you're actually interested. Okay, so Latoya says, Mimi, please, please. Okay, Bill says yes. Bob says yes. Jeremy says yes. Sandy says yes. Okay, Mary Ann. Okay, awesome. All right. I'm glad y'all are excited because I'm really excited too. And this is something like a discovery that we discovered, and I was like, wow, okay, so I could actually be doing YouTube ads and actually combat video SEO. So let me start talking about the primary reasons for low video SEO ranking. The reason why your videos rank low on Google or even YouTube is because it lacks views, it lacks engagement. So in other words, if somebody clicks on your YouTube video, have they actually watched it? Have they clicked through? Have they interacted with you? Have they commented? Have they, what have they done? And even social signals. So even I have to admit, like when I do video SEO ranking, I typically, what I do is I blast before YouTube ad days, I used to blast them with social signals, and they did work at the moment, and it was good for affiliate promos, but then it would do the Google dance and it would just drop to like page 30 or even page 10, and nobody would see it. So what I found over the years is that the primary reason for low ranking is because they're not interacting, they're not clicking on your YouTube video, right? But the way around that is, guess what? YouTube ads. And that's the amazing thing, right? So with YouTube ads, you're getting, when you pay for a campaign, you're not, even though you're not getting the views, the people to view it and all that, you're paying for the views, you're paying for the clicks, and you're paying for the impressions. All of that, the whole campaign itself actually impacts the YouTube video, which is amazing. So for example, I paid $315, and that might seem a lot at the moment, but the reality is if I were to work on that YouTube video, over time, it would have cost me about $500 or more in tools and $1,000 in tools and everything like that just to rank those YouTube ads. So that's why I say it's a myth, because even with 50 bucks, even with like 10 or 50 bucks, you don't need to do 300 bucks. Even with 50 bucks, we've tested that it actually increases your engagement, views, and clicks. And by doing that, even with 50 bucks, you can get your YouTube ad ranked pretty high in YouTube and Google. So not only are you ranking in YouTube, you're ranking in Google as well. And with affiliate promos, you can actually rank on other people's videos. So if somebody's promoting an affiliate promotion, you can actually get your video right smack dab either in front of their video if they got advertiser, or you can actually put your video right next to them. So if somebody's doing looking for reviews and bonuses for that particular affiliate product, they're going to see your YouTube smack dab up at the top. So this is why YouTube ads is so unique. It's not like any other platform that I've seen. And that's why I was just like, wow, okay, this is amazing. So that's why YouTube ads, and when I talk about YouTube ads, it gets me excited. So you really couldn't do this by buying fake YouTube ads and views or YouTube views and get away with it. So you can't really go to Fiverr and go to those Fiverr gigs where it's like, we'll send you 10,000 views kind of thing. I've actually tried that, and actually my video dropped to like down within the pages kind of thing. So Google knows, right? But with YouTube ads, they know those clicks, those views and everything like that is coming from YouTube. So they're okay with, your video having like 112,000 views because you paid 50 bucks to YouTube versus paying 50 bucks to Fiverr and getting fake views. So that's why this is kind of a worker way around the system. And when I started doing this, I found we started getting top number 1 or even top 3 or even top 5 rankings really, really fast without having to do organic SEO. Now, if I were you, I would use YouTube ads and I would do some social signals. So you can still go to Fiverr and buy social signals and get like social bookmarking and all that, but I wouldn't worry too much about the views. I would only pay YouTube. The amount of money that I spent on Fiverr, I spent over like $5,000 literally. And I spent money on views, I spent money on likes and all that. None of that really mattered as much as getting the same amount of traffic from YouTube ads. Does that make sense? Does everyone get what we've done so far and why YouTube ads is so powerful and how it can really indirectly help you? Yeah, so Bob says yes. We got Jeremy, got Beth, okay, Bill's got yes. Dante's got yes. Harry's got yes. Hassan's got yes. Ann's got yes. Okay, so now that that makes sense, let me move on and kind of get into the nitty gritty. All right, so that was kind of my big aha moment, and I didn't really figure that out until because I do video SEO. That's when I was starting to realize that, because a lot of guys that just do video SEO, they only do video SEO, or if they do YouTube ads, they only do YouTube ads. So you're not able to see both sides of the spectrum, right? So I'm going to actually show you a case study, and that'll make more sense in more detail. And I'll break things down as well. So my case study will be the fourth case study, and we'll talk about the types of YouTube ads right here. So we have in-stream, which are the ads that are displayed right before each video. Then, of course, we have in-display ads, which is right at the top. So if you type in dog grooming problems in the search bar of YouTube, you have the list of videos. Well, your video is going to be displayed up at the top. Now, when somebody clicks right here, it's going to cost a little bit more money than the in-stream ads. So in-stream ads are actually a lot more cheaper. So I like to do both and see what works. And then from that point, actually go and we'll actually do that. So moving on here. So let's jump right into the case study. So how many of you are excited about the case study as much as I am? So we've got case study 1 to 2. So for those of you who have been doing the affiliate offers, pay close attention. So even if you're doing product promos, I'll talk about another case study in just a minute. So just bear with me for just a second. Okay, so getting started here. So JP, the courtesy of JP Schofel, he has offered us case study 1, 2, and 3. And for the affiliate promotions, this totaled 120,000 views, 8,000 clicks for about $1,800. Now, like I said, don't look at this as costs, because this is actually 3 different affiliate promotions which brought in about $50,000. So ROI is actually compared to cost is actually very low. So don't look at that and feel like, okay, this is too much. I can't afford this. Because the other way around, video SEO, you actually spend more money. So this was actually a launch that we did. All of us actually did. We did Social Engage. We did Easy VSL, which I'm sure many of you actually saw our emails because we promoted that just a few weeks ago with Easy VSL, and also ClickFunnels as well. So let's just take a look at the actual statistics here. So we have Social Engage up at the top. So it's kind of like 3-in-1 case study. And then of course you have Easy VSL. And then of course we have ClickFunnels. Now, as you can see here, the Social Engage up at the top here, we have 334,000 impressions, 69,838, so 69,000 views to that particular video. Now, what's amazing about that is that, think about that. I mean, if you move into a market or even into a tiny niche, the majority of views do not have like 69 views within a day. And you can't, if you go to Fiverr and you buy like $100 worth of gigs, you can get probably about 69,000 views, but they're fake, right? Now with YouTube ads, they're real. And this is kind of that backdoor that I was talking about, that it'll get your YouTube video up to 69,000 views. Now view rate was 20.88%. So that's actually really, really high. Compared to the impressions of view, the view rate for these particular campaigns were very, very high. In fact, our AdWords account manager was like, how in the world did you get 20 to 30% view rate? Because that's typically unheard of. And we'll talk about that in a little bit later on. Really what comes down to is your video ads right here. So you really need to know your audience. So obviously you can use tools like Alexa.com or even Facebook Insights to kind of get an idea of who your audience is, what their behaviors are, so that you can create the right video ad. So this is the view rate, this is the cost, and total about $1,800. But to compare that with $50,000, that's a big difference, right? So obviously now we did stuff like list building or emailed our list, but YouTube ads surprisingly was actually something that pushed us over the edge and actually got us a good amount of the results. I'm not saying it got 100%, but it got a good amount of results. So just being upfront with you so you know and you're aware that we did some lists and we did other things. But YouTube ads was a big, big part of all of that. So then as you can see here, clicks, 4,624 clicks, and then total clicks here, and 1,800 bucks. If you were to use something like Facebook ads, which I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Facebook ads, I use Facebook ads as well. But comparatively to Facebook ads or even Google AdWords ads, I mean, you're not going to get this amount of clicks for that amount of money, right? So as far as social engaged goes, this was kind of the results that we got here. So you can actually see the amount of commissions that we received from social engaged. And this is Easy VSL. This was in January 2015. So the end result was about 32,000 commissions. Now, if it weren't for YouTube ads, we wouldn't have reached this amount. I mean, we did reach about a good amount with lists, but about half, and then YouTube ads about half. So it's still a really good ROI. And then recently we promoted Easy VSL and we utilized YouTube ads again. Now, being that the case, it was a repeat promotion. It was the same product, but it was a little tweaked and a bit different. YouTube ads was really, really good in this case. So in this case, like Easy VSL, it's a video creation software that helps you create video sales letters. So what we did was we piggybacked on YouTube ads that specifically talked about video sales letters, right? So if you go to YouTube and you type in video sales letters or how to create a video sales letter or even how to convert a video sales letter, you can pretty much piggyback on all of those videos. And I'll show you later on how to basically use specific tools to, get access to those videos that you can put your video right in front of. So now we have case study 3, and we have product offers. So we have 966 clicks. It was positive ROI. I talked to JP, and he said he ran this for his own product. It was a email ad spy software, and he got about 12,445 views. We got 12% view rate, and of course 966 clicks. And the cost was not even close to the clicks. So you're still getting about 10 to 15 cents per click. So does that make sense how powerful YouTube ads is? And does everyone get so far why YouTube ads is so powerful? So we got Bob's, he's got yes, got Susie's got yes, Beth's got yes. Okay, awesome. Okay. Bill's got yes, got a no-brainer, yes, okay, totally awesome. Donta. Thank you. Thank you for your responses. I appreciate it. Definitely makes things more fun and more interactive when people are responding. So, all right. So case study 4. This is the one that I personally ran, and we did this with Jeremy and Simon. And we promoted VideoMotion Pro version 1. And this worked great because people are looking for video creation softwares all the time. Now, VideoMotion Pro, I'm sure some of you remember that we actually promoted it via our list. So it's not 100% YouTube ads, but I will say it definitely helped us get in the top 5. I think if we didn't have YouTube ads, we would probably be out of the top 10. So YouTube ads actually makes a big difference. And this, to be honest, this was one of the first campaigns that we ran. And I wanted to use this was because it was one of the first few campaigns we ran. It was shocking to me because we got good amount of results. Now we had gotten consulting, and we did pay for paid consulting, and we got some good guidance there. But we were able to take that guidance from a proven source and apply that, and we were actually able to get some good results. So I wanted to show you this because I want you to see that even if this is your first YouTube ad, with the right guidance with YouTube ads, you can actually do pretty well because it not only can help with the YouTube ad side, but it can also help with the video SEO as well. So moving on here, here's what we did. Besides emailing our list, we did a lot of YouTube ads. And as far as ranking on YouTube and Google, it's really important because people, as I said earlier, type in product name bonus or product name review. Typically, they type in product name review. And the thing is, one little tidbit is that a lot of people tend to make these standard affiliate reviews they're not really reviews. So what I recommend that you do is try to review it and try to figure out what the pros and cons of the actual product is. I would say 90%, and we see this behind the scenes, but 90% of the time, most people do not review the product. They actually just promote the product. So if I were you, I would actually review the product because then you actually can tell people what's good and bad. And the reality of it all is that your video review will actually convert better. So just a little side tidbit on affiliate promote and reviews. You see, when you actually test a product, then you can figure out what is missing. And you can fill that gap and figure out what's missing, and you can offer that as a bonus. So I highly recommend that you do that because I haven't really seen a lot of people do that. So hopefully that one little tidbit is going to help you with your affiliate promos. So what we did was we piggybacked on competing YouTube videos. I'm not going to name names, but we actually piggybacked on some of the big names videos and YouTube channels and stuff like that. So, but I can actually figure it out. Okay, out of these 4 people that were on the top, we started piggybacking on a lot of their YouTube videos. Now this is kind of funny, but that's something that you can actually do yourself, right? And the thing is, like, I started to target their YouTube channels, and I started to figure out, okay, out of these 4, how many of these are actually converting? So that day 1 really allowed me to figure out who was actually converting, who wasn't, so that I could remove the ones that were not converting. So what I found also is that these ads also helped our video SEO ranking to get to top 10 really, really quickly. So I didn't really have to rely on Fiverr gigs. So let's start with the end results first. The end results is we got about 5,000 uniques, 2,600 affiliate links, 286 front-end sales, 32% conversions. Our conversions are typically like 20 to 30%. And as long as you follow the stuff that I'm showing you, your whole goal is to increase your conversions. It's not just to get clicks and traffic and stuff like that. We want you to create video ads and videos that actually convert, and more on that later on. So what I did right here was we had ad views sent to a video. Now, I'm not sure if you're aware of this, but Google AdWords does not like affiliate stuff, but they're okay with this process right here. So you might want to stay just a little bit more longer to the end, and I'm going to show you all of this stuff. But As you can see, Google AdWords typically does not like it when you send people from a ad straight to your affiliate link. They do not like that. If you do that, they will really not like you. So the way around that is that you send your YouTube ads to a specific short ad clip, like right here. So as you can see here, as my mouse is pointing here, this is the ad. And then when we get their interest and they're interested in it, they click this ad, then guess what? They get sent over to the actual video here. So what I did in this specific affiliate case study was I created two different ads. I had one that was just some guy writing on a whiteboard. Very simple, very straight to the point. Then I had this little cartoony graphic here, as you can see here, this little cartoon guy. Can you create stunning motion videos? So it's very short, straight to the point. And I tested them, and I'll show you the results in just a minute. And then basically you have the initial ad, which shows up on the person's YouTube video. Direct them directly to your YouTube actual product review and product bonus video. So that's basically what I did. From the ad to your review video, then to our bonus page. Now, by doing this, what I did was I increased the conversions as well. So I did two different types of YouTube ads. I did the in-stream ads, and I also did the in-display ads. Now, as you can see here, the in-display ad, I basically put the headline. I put a very short description for 1 and 2. Now, what I found was that you want to make sure that your description and headline, your headline description and all your copy is congruent, meaning that when they click on this ad, they're interested because the headline and the description has attracted them to the ad, right? So what I do is make the video ad the same. So headline, description, and description, 1 and 2, they're all the same. So in the video itself, I have the exact same wording as I do here, because if psychologically, if they click on that because they're interested in the text, then they are going to assume the same on the actual video itself. And then if the actual bonus page and the sales page is the same, your conversion rate will actually be a lot higher because that is what they initially expected. So hopefully that gives you, an idea. You can apply this to just about anything. So you can apply this even to your sales letters, your bonus pages, and everything like that. All right, so what I did here was I also had landing page. So they give you two different choices. You can either direct people to your channel page on your YouTube or the videos watch page on YouTube. What I did was I sent people to my channel page, and then on my channel page, I made sure that my main video that shows up was that particular review and bonus video. Now, Mary asked a good question. She says, are video ads only popular with video type products? No, definitely not. That's a good question, Mary, and thank you for asking that. The point is that YouTube, anything on YouTube, any niche, dog grooming, cats, tennis, golf, everything, it doesn't have to do with video creation softwares. It can do with any niche that you want. In fact, through my testing, my wife actually runs a painting YouTube channel, and she's actually dominating that painting niche. I won't show you that right now, but she does painting, and she's got over 5,000 subscribers. She's got well over 200,000 views over the years. And we've only done like a little bit testing here and there. We've only done like $10 here, $20 here, and stuff like that. I haven't really been able to focus as much on her channel because I do my other stuff. But yeah, good question, Mary. She's actually becoming a threat to her competition. Like her competition that are doing painting they have like 20,000 subscribers. We're watching them, but they're beginning to actually follow my wife. So this is cool because you do not have, it's not just videos and it's not just internet marketing, it's other niches. In fact, it works a lot better sometimes in other niches. As far as low budget, you can do like $10, $20 a day and really kill your competition. And the reality is that it's the reason why is because not many people are actually doing this. That's why there's not a whole lot of YouTube video courses on this either. So Mary, very, very, very good question there. Keep the questions coming. So moving on here, case study results, day one. So we have less than 24 hours, and I'll wrap this up within the next few minutes. But case study one or four, day one, as you can see here, I had two different ads and I had 20,000 impressions for one and 90,000 impressions for the other. Obviously, my view rate was low for this one. View rate was a little bit high on this one, but that was day one. Day one is really trying to figure out what works and what doesn't. So don't worry if it doesn't convert. Really, if you can get in that mindset of, okay, I'm just gathering data and figuring out what works and what doesn't. This is just an experiment. It's not, you're not going to get your feelings hurt. Because I actually was afraid of paid traffic a long time ago until I started doing YouTube ads. And then as you can see here, we got day one, we've got targeting groups. So targeting groups, as I said earlier, we were actually piggybacking on some of these top 5 gurus that we were competing with. I'm not going to say names, it's just funny, but maybe you're one of them. But anyways, we figured out from here what was actually working, like out of how many impressions, what was actually working. So you can see like at the top here, these right here we weren't really getting a lot of views. But the ones down here, we were getting like some crazy impressions, like 100,000 and 14,000 compared to 665. So on day one, I figured out, okay, I'm going to remove all of these and I'm going to keep these down here, right? So we move on in day one, we're using this data to really weed out people that are not being targeted for the product you're promoting. So once you have your data, you can lower your budget. So what I did was I made the 2 ads like I talked about earlier. They're 45 to 49 seconds, and typically you want to put your call to action before the 25-second mark to help reduce costs, because YouTube does not charge you when it's viewed for 30 seconds or more. You know, if they skip before 30 seconds, you don't really pay a cent. If they click the ad, obviously you're gonna have to pay. But if they watch beyond 30, then you're going to have to pay as well. So you kind of want to make your first 25 seconds the meat, and then the other seconds kind of like bland. It's just not doing anything. Because if you do that, you're actually going to get a lot of free clicks. I mean, that's something that you don't really hear about, but you get free clicks from YouTube. And that's something that you can only do with YouTube ads. So case study day number 2, I was able to remove those that we were targeting. And as you can see, the view rate begins to increase. It's not a huge increase, but it went from 4 to 5% and went from 0.7 to 1.44%. So that was a slight increase. Now, as I was beginning to test this, I realized that the one with the whiteboard was actually converting. So what I found was when you're trying to focus on like techie type people, the whiteboard one tends to work really well. But of course, you're not going to know. So I like to test between whiteboard and some sort of cartoon-based video. So that actually helps a lot. So I got some questions here asking, I came in late, but wow, there's a lot of really good results and information. But is there going to be a webinar replay? Yes, there will be a webinar replay for this. So yeah, don't worry. I've got the record button on here, so no worries. All right, so case study results day 2. We're taking a look at the targeting group. So as you can see, I removed the ones that weren't working. So this is day 2. And I'm in that mindset of, okay, this is not really going to work. But it did work because it was only a 3-day test. And I was like, this is crazy because normally you don't get these results within like a day or 2. But there's so many YouTube videos that we're just getting a crazy amount of conversions. So as you can see here, I removed the ones that were not working, and then I added a few more names of the people that were on the leaderboard on that point. So I personally think this is funny because they have no idea that we're actually putting videos in front of their videos. But anyways, we did that, and you can use this strategy as well. And you can see that we began to increase our view rate. So it jumped to about 10% and 6%. So you're not going to get a perfect score on day one. Day two and day three, as you begin to kind of remove things and figure out what works and what doesn't, then the amazing thing is you can tweak it and you start to see really good results. So what I did was I looked for what is consistent, what is changing. I removed keywords or even targeting people's names that were not converting. So notice how the numbers jump from day 1 to 2. So I continue to increase our view rate with the non-cartoony ad. I got rid of the non-cartoony ad and I brought in a different whiteboard ad. And this worked because of audience. So you really need to know your audience, and that is key. I know that's a boring thing, but if you know your audience, if you go to Alexa or even use Facebook Insights to figure out what your audience's behaviors are, then you'll actually get a better idea about how to convert. So really my goal here is to share with you, not just get traffic, but also get video SEO and how to increase your conversions as well. So the case study results were this. So the view rate, as you can see, jumped after day 3 upon tweaking. So after tweaking, we got really, really high view rates, as you can see, so 31%. So does that make sense? Does everyone are getting what we've done so far? So just looking through the questions here. So is there going to be a webinar replay? Yes, definitely. There's going to be a webinar replay. Why do you think there is such an increase? So this question here is, why do you think there is such a quick increase? The reason being is because, like I said earlier, you get the data and you figure out what works and what doesn't, and you remove the keywords that are not converting and the targeting that is not converting. If you remove that and then you isolate what is actually working, then you can increase your view rate, if that makes sense. And then, of course, I would go from that point and on. So Steve asks a good question. He says, so the strategy only goes in front of other ads that are successful or the same topic that you're promoting. You're not really limited to that, Steve, but you can do that. But that's what I would recommend. I would recommend you sticking with ads that are really targeted. Now, I'm a big quality over quantity type person rather than quantity. So I'd rather get 500 clicks rather than 1,000 clicks. And I'd rather get, a 30% conversion versus a 10% conversion, right? So because of that mindset, we really want to focus on getting our ads in front of YouTube videos that are related to what you're trying to promote, if that makes sense. Because it just makes it easier. You're not paying as much money. Instead of paying like $300, you're paying like $50 or less if you go with that mindset, if that makes sense. So that's what I recommend. And I'm going to talk about some tools that you can use to actually find these particular targets or YouTube ads and so forth. So good question, Steve. I will cover that in just a minute. So Destry asks, what's your suggestion for beginner marketing budget on YouTube? Hey, I would start with $5 each day and just work your way up. I wouldn't go all out. Never do like $300 or $100. Always start with the little amount as much as possible. Do $5, do $10, and then tweak it. I mean, this is definitely affordable and it's a lot more cheaper than video SEO. So don't allow that free traffic mentality to prevent you from doing YouTube ads, because YouTube ads is actually a lot more cheaper. So I recommend $10, $20 a day, and not too expensive, and just go from that point and see how that goes and so forth. So I'm going to talk about other opportunities on getting on other webinars with me and all that good stuff, and we'll actually go into a lot more depth and all that. So let me jump right straight through and talk about how to find YouTube ads videos to advertise on. So obviously, let me get out of here, and we are going to go over here, and I'm going to go to YouTube and click YouTube here. So let's say, for example, that I am promoting a affiliate product that is related to dog grooming problems. I have a dog, so I have an interest in dogs, and I know a lot of people use dog training as an example, but I personally have a dog, so she has grooming problems. So let's say, for example, that I'm promoting a product or affiliate product, doesn't really matter, and you type it in. What I would do is I would filter it by view counts, so how many views. What I'm trying to figure out is what is the best of the best videos, because I have that mindset of quantity over quality, right? Less money than more money. So if you have that mindset, then you can view counts or rating. Rating also is good. So even though these videos may not get a lot of traffic, they're getting good ratings. Because if they're getting good ratings, then other people are going to like it, and they're going to click on your ad and so forth. So as long as you target that particular keyword, also you can do that as well, and that works just as good. Now, obviously, the slow, tedious process is to right-click, copy link address, and go to Notepad. Copy link address, go to Notepad, and so forth. So that's obviously the boring, slow, tedious process. Now, none of us really have time to do that, so we'd rather use tools, right? So there are other tools out there, and let's see here. Let me go back here. There are other alternative tools, like there's one called V-Roll and stuff like that, but I'll actually show you another tool as well. There's one called TubeSift, and before you go there, let me talk about a few things for now. But with TubeSift, you can actually go and you can, for example, keyword ideas, you can type in stuff like, for example, I typed in watercolor, but you can type in dog grooming, and you can click on search, and it'll tell you all the keywords, and you can click on videos, for example, and it'll actually scrape all the YouTube URLs, because none of us have time to just manually go through, but we need those tools to go through. So as you can see here, it's grabbing all these, and we got dog grooming, how to groom. We can take a look at it, and we can click get links, and we got all the links here. So all you have to do is take these links and plop them into your YouTube ad campaign. So what you're doing is you're telling Google, hey, I want to place my YouTube ad on right before these YouTube videos. Now, this is only going to work if these channel content creators have the advertise button on their channel, and most of them do. I found in like non-internet marketing niches, especially internet marketing niche, I found it as well. So I wouldn't discount it that, but generally speaking, a lot of like other niches, it's actually easier to dominate in those niches itself. So like I was talking to you about, my wife and everything like that, we're actually easily dominating, and they don't know why, because most of these people don't know how to do YouTube ads. So they're like, what in the world, So you have an advantage over, doing that. All right. So how many of you have learned, something valuable today? How many of you have gotten at least one nugget of value? Okay, so that's awesome. We got a lot of value. Okay, I'm glad. Yeah, I worked really hard on this PowerPoint slide, and I really wanted to make sure that y'all got some value and stuff. Now, before I end this, we do have some special bonuses, and there is actually a product that we are recommending. And obviously, I only touched the surface, so I touched the very bare bones surface. And there's a product called Video Extreme that we are promoting, obviously. So you have gotten enough information, but Video Extreme is created by Neil Napier and Kevin Sardi, And we actually were able to really study their video course. You know, as YouTube experts, we want to make sure that it's actually legit. So I actually had time to actually walk through and actually watch all the videos themselves. And as you can see here, you know, introduction, basic YouTube ad setup, and I really like how they go into the foundations. So for example, like YouTube channel setup, that sounds simple, right? But when we were setting up, for example, my wife's channel, we were running into similar problems, and he was actually talking about specific solutions to the problems that we were encountering. So you really want to make sure that you set it up correctly. And you want to do other things like annotations, cards. And I really like how he dives into detail like targeting, retargeting, conversion tracking pixels, how to create video ads, for example, and stuff like that. Now, they also are offering you a research tool so you can actually compare against, you know, two competing different keywords. And so, for example, we can compare versus dog grooming versus cat grooming or something. And we can actually see itself. So dog grooming, you know, and cat grooming or something. So this definitely speeds the process up. And TubeStiff is actually part of the Video Extreme, and it is a one-time offer, but it's actually a lot cheaper than a program that I've been using called VRoll. So as you can see here, dog grooming, we can get an idea of the max views, average views, comments, and stuff. That gives us an idea of like, okay, dog grooming in this case has a good amount of volume. So compared to cat grooming, it doesn't mean that you can't go in cat grooming, but with the green, it tells us that dog grooming is a sub or big niche that is good to go into as well. Video Extreme also has a software that allows you to create YouTube channel art as well. So you can see that. So you can create all these YouTube channel art. So when you create your channels, one thing that he recommends to do when you do like affiliate promos is to create a channel particularly for that YouTube promo or for that affiliate promo. And this just makes it easier to speed up the process of creating, you know, YouTube art and stuff like that. And TubeStiff is the one-time offer and all that. So going back over to here, TubeStiff is definitely something that I personally think is cool because I've used VRoll. I don't know how many of you use VRoll, but VRoll VRoll's good, and I've actually I spent a lot of money on VRoll, but in order to really utilize what TubeStiff can do, and I think TubeStiff is only $47 a month, but you have to get either of these in order. So you actually save more money with TubeStiff, and I've actually personally tested both and used VRoll. So moving back over to here, as you can see, there's still tons of stuff to cover, like advanced strategies, like, you know, how do you go from start to finish? How do you create high converting ads? How do you build your email list? How do you do retargeting? And how do you scale, which is the beauty of YouTube ads? Well, fortunately, we've put together a bonus. So obviously, if you buy through our affiliate link, we have a bonus for you. So if you really enjoyed the value that you got in this live webinar, then you're going to really enjoy the private YouTube ads mastermind that I will be hosting next week. And this is worth $997. We actually were going to put this together and sell this as a video course, but we thought it was convenient, and we really thought that, you know, if you can do this and you can actually get the course and do it and follow through it and actually get results just like we did, we feel like in 2016 this is really going to help you out. So the bonus is going to be private YouTube ads mastermind. I did find that the Video Extreme video course was kind of missing a few things, such as how do you avoid getting your affiliate marketing YouTube ads disapproved by Google. So for example, like I said, Google is not a fan of affiliate marketing, but they are okay if you do it a certain way. So we figured out that process. JP's done a lot of affiliate marketing. I've done a lot of affiliate marketing as well. That's primarily what we do. And we thought about creating a high-end YouTube course, but we're going to give this to you for free as part of the bonus. So I'm going to be hosting a live webinar next week. So and the reason why is you want to make sure that you want to get your ad approved and not disapproved. So we're going to show you the ins and outs of setting up your affiliate ad campaign. I'm going to show you like everything that I can possibly can. And I want you to bring your product, and I want you to bring, even if you can do your ad, great, bring your ad, because I want to help you out. And this method works really well with product promotions, affiliate promotions, email list building, and other promotions. And you're going to learn about stuff like targeting and optimization, such as how do you rule out things. A good question that was asked was how do you know how to increase your view rate? Well, I'm going to talk about targeting and optimizing your campaigns, which I didn't really see in the video course itself. So this is a limited bonus. We're only offering 200 spots just because we do have a limited amount of space on the webinar itself. And plus, we do want to package this and sell this later on. So, but for now, you can get it for free, and we're going to have limited fast action bonuses on the page itself. But if you go to bestbonusblog.com/video Extreme, so video Extreme, and I'm going to go ahead and put that into the box here, and I'll answer the questions in just a minute, so just bear with me here. But I'm going to put this in the chat box so everybody has access to this. Let's see here. Let's put this in here. There we go. So you should be able to go to that link. And I'll go to that link right now real quick. But basically, after reviewing it, and we really like to review the products before we promote it, just to make sure it is a good product. And we really feel like it's a good product, and it really goes from start to finish. But if you go over to here, and you go to bestbonusblog.com/video X Stream. So the Extreme is actually an X, T-R-E-M-E. But as you can see here, let me just do a quick run through of what we're offering to you as a bonus. Our goal really is to really fill the gaps of where the product is missing. So where the product lacks, we really want to kind of cover that up and plug that up, so that way you don't get lost. So here's just a quick run through here. So this is a combination and a combined effort between Simon, Jeremy, JP, and I. So we really wanted to hone in on stuff that was related. So bonus number 1 is the YouTube Booster web app, and this is from JP, and this is an add-on to his Lead Profit Systems. But what this does, it does YouTube trends identification. So as you're trying to figure out, YouTube ads and stuff like that, the research tool, the keyword tool is great, and that is a one-time offer, just heads up. But the keyword itself, the YouTube Sift or the tubesift.com site, that only grabs URLs. It doesn't really help you figure out and identify niches. So JP's offering here is going to actually help you figure that out. So if you're stuck, you don't know what niche to go into, or you're trying to analyze that right now, this is definitely going to help you out. So that's a web app there. And then of course we have the Video Manager web app, and that's from JP as well. So no more frustration. You need to get your embed codes from YouTube, Wistia, and Amazon, kind of a centralized database, and it stores all the details about your videos and everything like that. Because once you start to promote like all these videos, it just starts getting scattered. So you're going to need a way to kind of manage all of your videos in one centralized area. Then of course we have the Niche Research web app. Of course, like I said earlier, if you want to analyze niches, try to figure out the top analyzed niches, that's definitely a plus. And of course, bonus number 4, we have the Market Analyst web app. And this web app allows you to uncover the hottest trends on Google in the last few days, weeks, and months. So basically, a lot of allowing you to figure out trends and all that good stuff. So this is kind of the missing piece that we found that Video Extreme does not include. So this is kind of what you need to have before, and you need to have to do niche research beforehand before you use the tool, right? So we wanted to make sure we fill in the gap between before and after. That way you have kind of a complete system. So bonus 5 is keyword generator web app. And once you find your niche, it's time to drill deeper and you can find keywords and all that good stuff. So if you're looking for a keyword generator, this one is good. And it can generate lists for PPV. So you could even take your YouTube videos and do stuff like with PPV. JP is a big PPV, big tester type guy. So you'll get a lot of good value from him. So bonus number 6, it's campaign organizer web app. We're not done yet. We haven't even gotten to my bonuses yet, or Jeremy and Simon's bonuses. So just hold on for just a second. So bonus number 6 is campaign organizer web app, and basically keeps track and organize of all of your campaigns. And then number 7, content manager web app, basically content management, and centralizes and stores all of your articles and texts and PLR articles and everything like that. Bonus number 8 is a URL mixer web app, and it's really good for generating huge lists from your PPV campaigns. So if you want to go beyond and you find that your YouTube ad is converting, then you can utilize that as well. Now, for those of you who mentioned that you do not have a product or anything to promote, and you do want to promote your own product, JP is offering for the first 100. So like I said, on the top, it's first 50 for the top, but first 100 get the 6-figure masterclass with JP. So JP runs does very well product launches and everything like that. So he'll actually show you within this workshop a 6-figure masterclass. So we got foundation and everything's on January 18th, and we have let's see, so 6-figure class here for your 6-figure funnel, and launching and creating your own feature as well. So he does a lot of testing, so he'll be able to show you a lot of really cool stuff there. Also, first 200 get these bonuses as well. You get the Video Alchemy software, and this software is a unique desktop software that will basically revolutionize and build out videos that you can add to YouTube quickly. So if you don't have video creation software, this is something that you can have. And geo-target software, this is going to basically easily to create geo-targeting text blocks so you can target specific people in specific places. And bonus 14, we have the HeroCaster, the ultimate video player WordPress plugin. And you also get pro version developers license with that. Okay, so that's a good amount of stuff, right? Okay, so bonus 15, we're going to start with my bonuses. You got a private YouTube ad mastermind webinar with me. So like I said, if you really enjoyed the webinar and you felt you got enough value, I love to give value. I love to just share with you and reveal everything. So I'm going to be able to reveal more because we're limited on time. So I can spend anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. I've spent 3 hours one time and my voice went raw. But I'm going to be able to show you, how to avoid getting disapproved by Google, which is one of the things that you are going to face. How to properly run an affiliate marketing campaign in product promotions as well. I want you to bring your ads. I want you to bring your questions, and I want you to bring your products as well, because I want to really help you out. So we're going to go one by one through everyone's product and everything like that, and I will try to pinpoint you to the best of my ability. I'm going to show you stuff like how to increase your conversions, how we get our crazy conversions. For example, how we use Facebook Insights and Alexa and other tools to get our crazy conversions of 20 to 30% view rate. And I'll be able to go into a lot more detail on that. And as you can see here, we're going to go through, and I'm also going to give you access to 7 video courses with private label rights. This is a custom bonus, and basically the way this works is if you go to plrvideomemberships.com, you're going to see my marketplace of all the video courses that I've created over the years. I've removed the ones that are outdated. But basically, you can pick and choose 7 video courses of your choice. So if you do not have a product like some of you mentioned earlier, we're going to cover that, and you're going to submit a form, and it'll create a help desk ticket, and it'll be sent to my virtual assistant, my awesome assistant, Cassandra, and she will be happy to help you out from that point. And we've gotten it set up so this is custom. You can pick and choose what you want because you know your business better than we do, right? So bonus number 17 is YouTube Ad Hero PLR package. So you can also sell PLR to this, and you can learn really good content. YouTube Marketing Blenders for bonus number 18. You can also get PLR to that as well. You can give it away as well. Video Tools Mastery. It's not just PLR, but you can also learn how to create killer videos from that as well. YouTube in-stream ads, which is kind of what we're talking about. You can learn some tidbits from that as well, and you get PLR from that as well. So bonus number 21, we got 4 WordPress plugins with multi-site developer license, as you can see here. And that's not it. I keep moving. It's probably one of the biggest packages that we've actually put together because of the value. So bonus 22, you can enter to win our GoPro Hero giveaway. Whew. And of course, plus you'll get access to 4 extra bonuses that are actually offered by the Video Extreme guys as well. You got VideoX course in PDF format. They actually have 4 bonus webinars as well. But because it's a smaller group with our group, I'm going to be able to be more personable to you. So that's basically the big advantage of getting on our bonus webinar next week. Bonus number 3, got tickets to Las Vegas events. And number 4, they have a mastermind group. So all of this, huge value here, over $9,000 worth of value. So, first 50, get our extra bonuses included. So what I want to do now is just stop and pause here and just go through the questions, and I could stay as long as you want me to, and I'll answer the questions. So let me just go through here real quick here. So how do you get your traffic? All right, so if I do miss your question, just put it back in, because I'm going to start at the kind of the midpoint where I left off earlier. So one person says, what about viral Autobots to get top videos? I'm not too sure. Sure. Do you mean like viral Autobots as in like you buy fake traffic? Because if you do, I mean, you can buy fake traffic, but to be honest, Google's going to know like if you buy Fiverr gigs. So for example, if I go to Fiverr, and I like to use Fiverr all the time, but if you go to Fiverr and you buy like YouTube views. I talked about this earlier, and you might want to watch the webinar replay later on, but as you can see here, if you buy these are going to help you only to a certain point. In fact, I don't even touch these typically anymore because now I use YouTube ads. YouTube ads is better because Google sees that, okay, you're actually buying a YouTube ad, and that's it, right? If you go this route, you're going to go the fake route, and Google will know, and they're more likely to penalize you, right? So that's why I talked about earlier that you need to make sure that you do YouTube ads, which then impacts video SEO, right? All right, so Bill Douglas asked a question, how can you tell if a channel has advertisement or not? Really, the only way to do that is to go to the channel and go to the YouTube videos and look. That's really the only way. So that's why when you use tools like TubeSift and you type in keywords and you get a list right here, the best thing you want to do is you want to get a list of at least like 100 links, because then you can rule out which one actually have ads or not, and then you can remove it and go forth from that. There's not really a tool that really tells you, hey, there's a YouTube ad kind of thing like that. Would be nice. Maybe there's one day hopefully there will be a way to do that. But as of now, Google API, they do not let you know if there's an ad or not. So you kind of have to get a big bunch of amount. And that's why I would use the keyword tool to do that. I would not do this manually because it does take time. I've used VRoll, and VRoll's good, but VRoll costs more money in the long run. and I spent about $500 with VRoll. So moving on here, we got a lot of people saying, yes, this is awesome, good value. Bob says, great webinar, I gotta go, but I'll watch the webinar replay and I'll get access to the bonus later. Mary says she got access to the bonus. Okay, awesome. So Julie says, awesome, she's got access too. Okay, so we got 50. Yeah, Ann says, thank you. And another course, someone says, the course that is being promoted is Viral Autobots. Oh, okay. Okay, so the question was, what about Viral Autobots? I haven't tested, so I don't know. I can't recommend something that I haven't tested. But Viral Autobots, it sounds kind of like auto, and you typically don't want to do automatic stuff to Google stuff. Because if you're looking for a long-term view, it's not really going to work. Automated traffic, automated viral Autobots and stuff like that, it may work initially, short term, but when Google comes out with an algorithmic change, it's going to affect your video SEO. So personally, I do not recommend doing like automated bots or anything like that because it's going to hurt you in the long run with your video SEO. I'd rather do video YouTube ads, which then impact, your video SEO. Does that make sense? So good question. Yeah. All right, so okay, so Shar says, is there going to be a replay? Yes, there will be a replay. Okay, so that's totally fine. Okay, so Donna says she got one, she got access. Okay, great, awesome. We'll see you on the live webinar next week. And yeah, basically after the bonus, you should get like access to our bonus. So after you purchase the product, you get access to our bonus. With JVZoo, what happens is it actually lists the bonus. So that's a good question. Another question was, where do I get the bonus after I've purchased? Basically, if you log into your JVZoo account, you access the purchase. And if you buy through our affiliate link, so make sure that you clear your cookies. If you do that, then you will get access to the downloads, and at the very bottom of the JVZoo download page, you are going to see a link to our bonus. And then you'll get access to live webinar and all those other really good stuff after that. All right, does that make sense? So another question was, what other scraping technologies do you recommend? To be honest, there's not many out there because YouTube ads is so new. There's not many out there. There's VRoll is one, but I personally I stopped using VRoll because it was getting expensive. Like in order to really utilize VRoll, you have to have the $67 to $187 per month version. So I would personally I like TubeStep, to be honest. I after testing this tool, I've really liked it. Now you can test it out. I mean, but really what it comes down to is there's not really a way to scrape really effectively scrape the URLs as much, just because YouTube ads is so new. So this is a good thing because not many people are doing YouTube ads or they're afraid to do YouTube ads. You have a big advantage over them, especially with affiliate marketing promotions. So you literally can dominate pretty well. So another question, so with your offer, do you need other courses, like do you need TubeStiff? Video Extreme, which is the product that we're promoting, with that, to be honest, when I went through it, it's fairly comprehensive. It's like 40 videos worth. And what I really like is they do have webinars as well, and I watched one webinar, one of the many webinars, and then I watched a few of these, and I feel like they do go into detail. So for example, like YouTube channel setup, one of the problems that you'll face is verifying your website. And one thing that he mentioned, which I'll tell you right now, is that he mentioned that you need to have your Google Webmaster Tools the same as your YouTube channel. I didn't know that, and that was the reason why we were facing that. So for the last year, we were, facing certain issues we couldn't figure out, and that I think in itself was awesome. So he goes into a lot of depth with this, which is what I like. I don't like videos that are not step by step. So I'll straight out say like videos that are just scattered, I just cannot stand. But I really feel like he does it in a sequential step by step manner. So it's pretty easy to understand. So as far as other courses, this course and my YouTube webinar, I mean, not my actual webinar next week, which is the private live mastermind webinar, that's pretty much all you need. I mean, you do need TubeSift unless you want to do manual scraping of the URLs kind of thing. So. And to be honest, I've purchased other YouTube ad courses, so no, there isn't really a video course every week. But I've purchased 2 other video courses, same price. Actually, one was a lot more expensive than this one. And this one actually goes in a lot more comprehensive than the other ones. So the webinar will be hosted next week. So this offer actually ends on Monday. So just be aware. There is only one one-time offer, which is the TubeSift thing, as much as we are aware of. But yeah, the webinar will be next week and will be right after the launch. So I'm debating, I'm going to figure that out. But basically after you grab our bonus, you'll get on my list and then I'll be able to send you the webinar and stuff. So TubeSift, that's $47 a month, and then the actual front end offer is $297. But yeah. But as far as the value that you get to kill video SEO, you're gonna actually save a lot more money, to be honest. So, like I spent $500 last month on SEO,